Hello, and welcome back to another plain old gaming building tutorial in Minecraft. So, since my last video of making a church, I made a nice little graveyard for it. Check that out. Nice. Built the windmill. There's a link to that. A link to the church. And now we're going to build a watermill. So I spent a lot of time terraforming this part, making a lake, small lake, a real small lake, and a little river goes off to the ocean over there. So this is basically our water wheel design right here. Fiddled around with it. This is the one I found that I liked. So that's just there so that if anyone's confused, and because when I build it underwater, you won't really see half of it. So this is our basic floor plan here. The side with the wheel on it is 9, 8, 16, 16, or yeah, 16, 16, 8, 8. So there you go. That's your basic foundation. And so, let's begin building. So once you got your foundation finished, right in the center of the wall here, we're going to start building the wheel. So, just copying the design I built earlier. Oop. I'll just do that. Alright. Okay, so I got the center part. So I just framed that with wooden planks. Which is a bit difficult when you're underwater. So bear with me for that. Alright, and once that is finished, just kind of fill in the blanks with a bit of stairs. And since the invention or implementation of upside down stairs, it's nice. So yeah, underwater you can't really see, but these are upside down. And so it makes the wheel. Just like that. So I'm going to delete that so that I don't have to do it later. And there we go. That's that. So the basic design of the building is, you may be able to tell, the framework of... Oh no. I'm just going to fix that because that's going to bug me forever. Right, so it's a framework of oak logs with cobblestone filling in the blanks. And this nice stilt design that I'm doing is, well, I guess it looks more practical because it looks like, since this is the river, it's got kind of a floodplain here, so being on stilts is a smart idea for any builder in this area, so it's important to be more practical. So I'm just going to fill up everything with a couple layers of cobblestone before I begin to put in windows and details. Just so that it doesn't take forever when I actually get to that point. Out of my way, cow. No, get out. Away, go away. Go away. Go away. Alright. So, continuing on with putting in the cobblestone. Alright, so it should look something like that. This is loosely based off of a watermill I saw in Lord of the Rings, actually. The one in Hobbiton kind of looks like this, so I kind of based it off of that, kind of. So, okay. All these walls have lots and lots of windows. So, I'm using more logs to look kind of like shutters. Now I want glass panes in the windows. Right? Makes a really nice looking window. And one above that. There. It's the basic side. And then this is for the roof. Having a nice little window up here as well. You can see this is the framework for the gable. Ooh, oh no, one sideways log. Sideways logs can be pretty annoying. They can also be pretty useful. Alright, so this side is also 8 wide. So a 4 by 2 window fits perfectly in the center. And basically same thing on the other side here. Just like that. And then for the water wheel, I forgot the post in here. There. So okay, this is a little bit tricky here. For the roof. Okay, 1, 2, 3 up. Right. Move in and up here. You have to organize this just so for the roof. Go up one more. Fill it in with cobblestone. I guess this would be the roof part here. There you go. Right now I'm just basically getting the framework down for the roof so that I can easily go back and put the roof in without a lot of fuss. So that this doesn't take forever. Okay. 4. Got that wrong. Okay, here we go. This side here is basically exactly the same. Oh, I see what I did. I'm gonna put a post in here, even with this, so this part looks like an addition, and then this part is the main piece. So we're going up one more. And then copying the same gable design. I used this design for a ton of buildings. And there we are. And then we're just gonna put our... Oh, look, a zombie. Gonna put our window design in here. Guess I better go to peaceful. There we are. So that's almost all the sides finished. I'm gonna go across using horizontal here to make it look like a beam on the inside. There we are. And for the front, you can do a whole lot of things, generally, but I just did a basic thing. with having a couple windows, like normal. And then having a nice door on a little tiny porch. It's a little bit raised up. Or I guess... breaking things. And I'll make the porch one more. I don't need things on the inside. I'm gonna make it a fairly large porch. Oh, actually, I don't even need a porch. In my original design, I have a porch, but I guess I don't really need one in this terrain. Terrain does, vary, so... Now I do need a porch. Oh my. I need to be a bit more organized. Can't do the original porch design I was thinking of, but I can do a basic porch. I find that if you're making a nice small little framing porch, like I'm doing here, making it 3 out from the wall usually works best. Just a basic porch. Nothing too fancy. This is a... well, it's not a super expensive building. Alright, I'll put the glass in these windows. Then I guess it's time for the roof. Now, you could put a second floor in this gable, but I'm not going to do that. And then, of course, the walls and everything makes a nice framework for putting the steps on. And I like to do a nice little overhang on the ends. It just looks weird if you don't have one, in my opinion. So, I'm just gonna make sure that this building has one. Okay, there we go. And then the top, all the way across, and all the way back across. If you take your time and make a big fancy roof like this, it'll really look great. Don't get discouraged and give up and make it flat. It'll just look gross. There are ways to plan out your buildings so that flat roofs look good, but in this case I planned for a gable roof, so I need to make sure that this one's all the way fixed and everything. Now, as you may be foreseeing a problem for when we get to the next part here, as, well, the roof starts to do something different. Don't worry, it's a pretty easy way of fixing that. So we do our overhang and we start going up on the side here. And then we can just flat top this piece. Put another beam in. And we can flat top this one. It'll be good, but it will need a slight overhang on the side, which now that I've finished the gable I can do. So I'm gonna put it in like a beam, just 'cause. perhaps the last piece, as that will need to be holding that up. Continuing on here, doing the overhang on the rest of it can be a bit tricky, but there you go. Looks pretty good. Now I can get rid of these and just fill it in with plain old wooden planks. It'll look good on the inside and on the outside. As long as you stick to a theme in your building and don't, well, you want to use a couple different kinds of materials, but just match them up nicely and you won't have any problems. Okay, here we go. There. It's looking pretty good. Here we go. For my little town here, I'm building some of the bigger buildings and more important buildings first, before I start doing whatever. Doing all the little tiny cottages and all little detail work. So you gotta put in your bigger features. Here we are. I'm just gonna connect the path up here quickly. I find that gravel works pretty good for paths. And I'm just kind of doing the old-fashioned villager or justificate village path where it just goes up with the landscape. Alright, inside. So we have it nicely open to the water there, but it does need a floor. So I'm just gonna fill it in nicely with nice wooden planks. You can do any color you want, any style you want. You can even put in a different kind of floor, but I think wood works best. Usually works best for floors in general. If I was making a blacksmith shop or something, I might put a bit more stone in here, but this is just a mill, so wood is good. There we are. It's getting pretty dark, so ah yes, there's room for another window here, so I'll just put that in right now. Now, just like these windows, you can cut it down in size and make it a smaller, more compact version for your smaller houses. Here we go. I'll put in a grindstone just for fun. Just gonna be a more abstract design, because I know the wheels here. Put that in. There. Kind of resembles a grindstone. No mill should be left without one. And I am just gonna separate this piece here. I'm going to close this up. And there. The people who own the mill, they're going to live back here, and this will be the business area. So I am going to make a maybe the other way. lovely little thing here. The word escapes me at the moment. Counter. There we go. Little counter. Maybe put a treasure chest back there for storing goods and money in. Oh, I'll need some torches to light it up. Of course. There we are. Simple. Making things too cluttered can really make your buildings look gross. I'll put a couple cobwebs back there. They probably don't clean it too much. Right. Maybe one in the corner up there. Alright, and through here, I'm gonna have the family's living quarters. Might even just be one guy who lives in the mill. Why don't we put a sign? No admittance. I'm not sure if that's how you spell it, but no, that's definitely not how you spell it, but whatever. We are gonna leave that there for now. So the basic things people need is they need a furnace for cooking, they need crafting tables for fixing things, they need chests for holding their stuff, beds, flower pot, and yes, I think that'll do. Let's see what we can do in here. So, sort of split up this counter into crafting and whatnot. Crafting table's like light wood almost. I'll just put the crafting table in the corner. Solves the problem. Treasure chest over there. Maybe a treasure chest right there. There. Little... Oops. Just breaking the building. Wonder what a jungle tree would look like. I like the other one better. Yep, I have a little potted plant in the house. Nice basic design. I need a little bedside table. I like to use slabs. They're about the same height as the bed, since very low beds. Here we go, light it up. Usually spamming with torches works. And there we go. A perfect little mill, little water mill. Perfect for a little town. There we go. Thanks for watching. I've been Vortex, and I do lots of Minecraft building tutorials and plenty of other things. So check some of those out, and see you guys later for my next build. Not sure what it'll be yet, but tune in to find out. So, bye!